Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. And in the last episode, guys, both Sherlock and Watson returned here to London, but Holmes is in a pretty bad state, especially after everything he experienced inside those caves in Louisiana swampland. So Watson has returned here to Barnes' bookshop, and we're trying to find a thread that connects everything. Going from London to the Edelweiss Institute in Switzerland to the swamps outside of New Orleans, something connects them all together, and it seems to revolve around a very famous family. Now, we were able to find a little bit about that here in Barnes' bookshop, and we're going to continue our investigation. But first, I've kind of been walking around, just kind of taking in the scenery. Besides the bad weather that we read about that's actually killed a lot of people on ships, it seems that there's a lot of really nervous and erratic people out here right now. So the madness is starting to bleed. Kind of vibe that I'm getting. Becoming less London and more like the sinking city. But anyway, I think we've got some additional dialogue from the lady who runs the flower shop here.
Mr. Barnes is very sweet. We're getting engaged.
Oh.
He said he can provide for me and that I can stop working.
Do you want to stop working?
But I have an idea. A combined bookshop and florist. Tell me that isn't a match made in heaven.
I like it.
Ah, Dr. Watson, life is indeed glorious. Not even rain can spoil my joy. Why don't you take a flower? On me. Ah, Dr. Watson, life is indeed glorious. Not even rain can spoil my joy. Why don't you take a flower? On me.
Can we take a flower? It's very nice of her. I don't think we can, but it does explain why both dogs are hanging out here in the bookshop. Okay, so let's look. A cryptic message to Ashmat. Let's see what Barnes has been able to find from this horrendous book.
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Loch Harbour, West Coast.
Right then, I'll unroll it on the desk. All yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Oh, he rolled out the map over here. Cool. The book Greatest British Families briefly mentions the Stevensons. Okay. Bell Rock's lighthouse erection in 1810. Hopefully we can pin something while we're looking here. Oh, we can just observe it. Never mind. Located on the outer Hebrides island of Barrowhead, the lighthouse illuminates the southern entrance to the Minch. I am going to butcher all of this pronunciation, so I apologize ahead of time. The tower, designed by Robert Stevenson and built by James Smith of Inverness in 1833, is made of stone. It is deemed the United Kingdom's highest lighthouse, standing at 682 feet above sea level. So these are our culprits, our suspects. Suspected locations. Located on the remote island of the same name, Skerryvore Lighthouse lies southwest of the inhabited island of Tiree. Designed and built in 1844 by Alan Stevenson, the tower is a testament to the determination of the Empire's workers and engineers to make life safer for seamen. The lighthouse has seen 6 years of construction, with numerous men risking their lives to build this granite beacon of safety atop dangerous rocks. Designed and built by Alan Stevenson, the Ardnamurchan Lighthouse lies at the western end of the peninsula in Lochaber. It architecturally and decoratively depicts Egyptian influences, making it unique among Scottish lighthouses. Made of granite and bearing a strikingly black lantern, the tower soars 118 feet above the rocks. That seems to be the most likely location. Rubha Nagal. Rubha Nagal means Stranger's Point in Scottish Gaelic. The simple yet elegant brick Tower of Light, built in 1857 by David and Thomas Stevenson, is not even the only one the dynasty erected that year. It is 62 feet tall and bears a luminous range of 10 nautical miles, lighting the ways for ships roaming the Sound of Mull. Well, out of everything that we're seeing here...
Doctor! Look what I just found.
Oh.
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes. I've written out a translation of the section you wanted. It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
No. That's a bad idea.
I don't think that would be wise. Please give it back. That said, I remain grateful for your immeasurable help.
Oh, how disappointing. I hope you will consider lending it to me in the future. Good day, Doctor.
I feel that we just did a very good thing. I don't know about you guys. Barnes' approximate, if hasty, translation details a ritual for awakening a pagan god sleeping under the ocean. It involves a special chant the strongest men of every ethnicity on Earth perform before they are to be sacrificed for the god's awakening. A creature with a pitch-black face akin to an Egyptian sphinx must witness the ritual. If successful, the ceremony will destroy the world's seas and lands. I believe the pitch-black face akin to the Egyptian sphinx is Nyarlathotep, who I guess has to be kind of just hanging out if Cthulhu is to be summoned. Just so we can check, make sure everything is regulation.
A fascinating book. Thank you for the opportunity, Doctor.
You're welcome. I guess we do.
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction?
The Holmes family is beyond counselling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the Crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
You have my curiosity.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
The Lone Watcher. One of our informants, Philip Hawke, has not been in contact for the last few days. Please check on his status. He was working on an investigation close to his lodgings. Hawke is disabled. His home is next to one of your client's houses, Captain Stenwick. Report to me after you visited, and I'll be in the bookshop. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and fast travel there. We'll give Sherlock some more time to relax. So where would he be, I wonder? You guys are still hanging out here in the rain. At least the horse is okay. I won't check down the alley. Nice little dust devil being kicked up. You see those all the time near where I live. Maybe over here. Investigation scene found.
A wasp's nest. They might attack if someone draws too close or are otherwise provoked. Much like London itself.
I hate wasps. I can't think of very many people who, like wasps. Oh dear, was he Macaulay Culkin in My Girl?
His face and neck are swollen, and I can see wasp stings all over the skin.
Ugh.
Only his right arm was functional. His left arm was paralyzed in the war. Royal Berkshire Regiment. They had it tough in Afghanistan.
Unfinished note written by Hawk. 5:45, carriage with a hooded visitor arrived. Carriage left, the visitor stayed inside. Boxes with gold from the Japanese Imperial Mint arrived. Boxes still being unloaded. The last box was moved inside the embassy. Arrival of the Ottoman ambassador and vice consul. The men are having a meeting on the second floor. There are maps of...
A capital M signed by someone else's hand.
Oh, he was doing some spying.
Near perfect camouflage. It makes me wonder if Mycroft also spies on our suite in Baker Street.
Probably.
A map of possible routes taken from the embassy. I thought only Sherlock was capable of this kind of deduction. The spyglass was positioned to watch the windows of the embassy across the road.
Can we actually go inside the house?
Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
Ooh. Well... guess I'll have to give Mycroft the bad news. It's a very... they've done a really good job with Mycroft's character in these last two games. Really showing his complex nature.
I'm sorry, I have bad news.
Please do not tell me Hawk is a turncoat.
Worse, I have found him dead in his wheelchair, out in the garden.
How did he die? Exactly.
He was stung repeatedly by wasps. His body succumbed to anaphylaxis.
And that is all you observed? Was there anything suspicious?
Well, there was one thing. In his notes I found a handwritten M, but it didn't match Hawk's other writing.
Listen carefully, Doctor. Do not investigate further, do not talk about this matter to anyone, and do not ask questions. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
Were they alluding to Moriarty? Professor A... okay, hold on. I actually see the... oh no, just the Lone Watcher case and that was it. Already got that one cleared. Who's the cult leader and what is their goal? Well, I'm going to assume that a Rochester here. London billionaire, married an American woman, had a son named Archibald, who moved east to take charge of his father's interest after finishing his education and reaching the age of majority. Archibald held many jewel mines in Australia and holdings in England. His wealth in gems rose immensely, and in 1875 he boarded a ship to England. The storm sunk his ship. No crew members survived. Neither Archibald's body nor his gems were ever found. His father, Lord H.P. Rochester, died shortly thereafter, Lady Rochester moving to Boston and subsequently passing away. Several of the documented Rochester gems have recently resurfaced and been connected to the Louisiana banks and the Black Edelweiss, among other locations. This is the game's version of Robert Marsh right here. So I would say yes. With the Ritual of Awakening that talks about a very specific ritual with Egyptian kind of accoutrements. And then this lighthouse here. Archibald Rochester is alive and leading a cult. He aims to conduct a monstrous ritual at the Ardna Merkin Lighthouse, by implication, the sacrifice of all the abductees of diverse ethnicities. See, Cthulhu can be very intercontinental when he wants to be. Okay, so far so good. And Mycroft is gone, which means that we need to go talk to Sherlock. How you doing, sir?
Please let Mr. Holmes know that he may always read the latest Strand at no cost.
Thank you. So, rush back to Baker Street. See how he's faring.
Another sinking near Scotland. By the Strand for all the details.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those situations where Mrs. Hudson should probably lay low. I guess he's okay?
Holmes, I have the translation. But Barnes was affected by the book. Holmes?
Watson?
Did you hear me? Barnes was behaving oddly, but I was able to retrieve the book and his preliminary translation. I think we have a lead. Sherlock, what is it?
I find myself burdened. It will come as no surprise that I tend towards obsession. Indeed, obsession oft grants me the insights that have become my stock in trade, my greatest asset. Yet I cannot deny this nature proves as much a hindrance as a boon. It has cost me friends, colleagues, brothers. And despite my obsession as I contend with the matter at hand, no closer to understanding than when we began, I must conclude that I am of no worth at all. Without an answer, what use is the question?
Sherlock, this is no time for despair. The book is real. Those men went mad.
John, I fear that I am as mad as the rest of them.
Slap.
I bore witness to the same events that you did. I saw with my own eyes the inexplicable, the ghastly, and the unnatural. I can attest to their occurrence. So take heart, for it was as real as you or I, and thus we must persist. Lives hang in the balance. If you cannot see your worth, then trust in me, for I see it. And I know of no other man capable of putting this matter right.
Thank you, John. Would that I possessed even half your courage. Pray tell, where does our journey end?
Ardna Merkin, Scotland.
Okay, let's depart for Scotland and end the chapter. I think we have everything that we need.
Well, shall we be off?
Yes, of course. You can apprise me of your actions while we pack.
At wit's end, trophy earned. Of course it has to end at a lighthouse. Ah! Let's see if we can put the awakening to bed, shall we? Fingers crossed. I saw that flash. I saw the tentacles and phalanges down below. I don't know if you guys could.
Holmes, if we don't make land soon, I fear we will join those missing souls.
Ooh, they're already doing
These
it.
seas have taken too many, John. Let's stop them from taking more then.
I don't know if this is a time trial, but I hope not.
You see that glow atop the lighthouse? I have never seen anything like it.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Should we go ahead and change our garb here? It's not really Sherlock's style to dress up like the guy from Sinking City, but I think we should go old school here. Yeah, you know what? Let's go old school. We're already, you know, wet and rainy. Action hero Holmes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was weird. The camera just went all kinds of wonky. I can't scan anything either. Got the Egyptian motifs. Okay, there we go. Now I can scan.
Barred and barricaded from the inside. The door won't budge.
See if there's a side entrance. Got kind of a strange platform mass thing. Ooh. Let's try down here.
Where did the shirt come from?
It's like a smuggler's cache or something?
An old cannon, probably rusting here since the 16th century.
An odd cave wall.
Ouroboros, a snake eating itself. An ancient symbol of eternal renewal.
What else? Got the symbol. Is there like a specific... Ah, scratches.
Fresh marks, something scraped along the stone. This door requires a very specific key.
Oh, we had bats.
Holmes, look. There's a body here.
Not just any body, it's Ashmat.
The body is still soft to the touch. He died recently.
Wow.
Scratches, bruises, and stabs, all self-inflicted. Oh, his eyes are gouged out. The infamous curved dagger. It's tied firmly to his hand. A broken chain. Something was attached to the end.
His body succumbed to all those wounds.
Maybe this is the mysterious key we're looking for. We'll follow the blood trail. Finger grooves, disturbed mud. Like a golem situation.
A human-sized imprint. Someone fell on their back.
Hello there. There's a broken branch. There we are.
This branch was recently broken. The wood is still green. Whatever Ashmat had secured to his chain, he lost it here.
Okay. So, he had something, it got snagged. Frantically started to try and grab it. Or try and find it. And there. Oh. Strange sigil. Well, some stuff in this area. There's our key. Like the talisman for the Staff of Ra in Raiders.
Interesting occult pattern. Scratches. This medallion saw frequent use.
What drove him to this dreadful act?
I fear we are about to see for ourselves.
Do we have to? Guess so. We're still probably sacrificing people up there. Also real quick, I wanted to see... bonus? Oh, John. I think it is good that we're wearing the Cordona costume then. Great. Coffins. Spinal cords, rib cages. Cavalry sabers. So it would probably be best to go ahead and grab one of those. I know that Watson has his gun, but a little extra firepower.
He crossed the ocean twice for his cult, only to end up splattered on this rock. Seems everyone is disposable.
Indeed. So we got two paths, left or right. I always go left in these cases. We got the teeth separating these rooms. Stalactites and stalagmites. Cage here in the middle. I hate to think what's actually in there. Oh, there's a lever too. Deep ones with pregnant ladies that create the hybrids that eventually turn into deep ones. Gold. Yep. That's pretty much what it was. It's the Shadow over Innsmouth story. Sacrifices. They come up out of the well. They leave gold for the ladies. The humans become rich. Deep ones get breeding stock. Okay, guys. Well, this is a perfect place, I think, at this lovely point, to call it an episode. When we get back, we'll continue our explorations here and see what happens. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.